So shout out to the Shake Squad. Noti Gang stand up. You know who it is. If you don't, it's your boy Shake. And today I want to dive into the earliest news for season 2. Now, first and foremost, you guys know I've been doing this for a long time. I want to give a big shout out to my boy Lotto for helping me get verified on Twitter. About a week ago, with his help, I applied. In less than 30 minutes, they got back to me and I was verified. I know what you're thinking. I probably could have been verified many, many years ago, but I always thought of it as kind of clout chasing. I never really wanted the extra attention, but I do plan on using my verification properly. I'm gonna be periodically reaching out to a bunch of different companies to do some product reviews. Hopefully I'll be able to get some products that I can review and then do some giveaways. So when you see me advertising, promoing, or reviewing, just know I'm doing it for you guys. And I gotta get a bag too. Also, last night I did get the penthouse in the city. It comes with a zip line. I can zip line to any of the parks. I'm gonna show that in a video real soon. It's just been tough to get all that My Career storyline out to you guys in real time. Also for you Xbox players that are dealing with a tremendous amount of glitches, you're lagging out of games, your console is bricking at the end of a rec game, you can't continue My Career at times, builds are being lost, all these kinds of issues. I did some research. You guys can connect the dots. Actually did this about 2 weeks ago, but this might help with you with your understanding of why it's so messed up on Xbox. If you've been following me on Twitter, you know for the last 3 2Ks, I've been on Xbox. So I've experienced all the headaches, all the frustration that you've been experiencing. From 2K19 to 2K21, I had a hard time repping up to 99 at times because of the lag outs, console bricking, losing shoes, custom shoes. I lost all of them. 2K is running on something called the Eco Motion Engine. Why is that important? Well, let's look into the history. As early as the PlayStation 2, Sony had their games running on what was called the Emotion Engine. That CPU was developed by Sony Computer Entertainment and Toshiba. This engine was made for the PS2, mass-produced from 1999, and it ended in 2012 on the PS3. Then a year later, in 2013, with the launch of the PlayStation 4, NBA 2K unveils their new Eco Motion Engine for NBA 2K14. You see the resemblance? The Emotion Engine becomes the Eco Motion Engine on PlayStation 4. The Eco Motion Engine is the engine they're using right now, just an updated version of it. And it has to be the predecessor of the Emotion Engine that Sony unveiled back in 1999. So you guys can do some more research. I'm just connecting the dots here. Just sounds like 2K is made better and natively on the PlayStation. And since there are some games that are made specifically for the architecture of certain consoles, I just believe that Xbox is gonna suffer longer than PlayStation will. So when you see in the timeline in the comment section that PlayStation guys don't have these problems, it might be because 2K is actually made for the PlayStation more so than it is for the Xbox. Moving on to some more news. A couple days ago, a lot of you guys on current gen woke up to your My Players missing badges. Some of you guys tried to remake your same build and found that your badges have been reduced. Well, 2K put out a statement on that. They said the 2K22 current gen badge update. For users with existing saves, the badge issue is a cosmetic display issue impacting current gen players. The server knows the proper values, and the player can act on those values despite the displayed potential. So basically your build still has the badges and your player will play like he still has those badges. It just doesn't look like they're there anymore. For players creating new saves, they will be limited by the displayed value. That part is unintentional and what we are working on resolving at the moment. Thank you for your patience. So if you're making a new build and you're following, let's say, one of my videos and you see less badges, that's also a problem that they're trying to fix right now. As of today, I did get some confirmation from a friend that if your badges were missing, they should be back now. That's a good thing because it kind of delayed a build video I wanted to do for you guys on current gen. I'll get that out to you as soon as possible now. Also, shout out to everybody that's been hitting 1 million VC on their daily spins. If you've been following me on Twitter, there's been a lot of guys hitting me up saying, hey, I just hit 1 million VC. I haven't seen it too often on current gen, but it's a lot of people on next gen in the city doing their daily spins at the end of season 1, hitting 1 million VC. You're seeing some of that footage right now. I highly recommend you guys repping up to level 40 as soon as possible. Not sure if this is gonna be a thing moving forward, but try to get yourself at least 30 and above. And it increases your chances to hit 1 million VC or just getting a lot of VC in general. Patch 7 was also released today on new gen. I'm gonna give you guys some of the details so you don't have to read the whole thing, but if you want to, the link will be in the description. Kicking off with some of the gameplay improvements. They reduced the frequency of stumbles after dunks as requested by the community. That's a good one because I did feel like dunks was a big risk. You risk getting blocked. On next gen, you risk just missing the dunk. And of course, you risked falling down after the dunk. They also adjusted the logic for several shooting badges, including Chef, Limitless Spot Up, Difficult Shots, Circus Threes, Rhythm Shooter, Catch and Shoot, Set Shooter, and Stop and Pop, so that each one triggers under the intended conditions and at the proper shooting ranges. I didn't know there was a problem with Difficult Shots, but I definitely felt there was a problem with Limitless Spot Up, especially coming from last year where we were shooting deep threes on the hash. You just couldn't do that in 2K22. Players can now dunk more frequently in certain situations, even when not using the skill dunk mechanic. I personally witnessed this last night. Take a look at these two screenshots. I caught a body on John Collins with the Pro Contact Dunks, Silver Posterizer, and by holding sprint and pressing square when I went to the rim. So it definitely seems like they cleaned up some of the problems we've been having with dunks. This could be a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm looking forward to seeing how the gameplay actually plays out now. Fake passes will no longer turn into unwanted bounce passes if triggered during a pump fake. I remember my boy Fatal did that in a rec game, and I kind of thought he was lying. But now I know he was telling the truth. They also fixed an issue where shimmy hooks could be played from the three-point line. That's another good one because I actually saw a tweet where someone greened a post hook shot from the three-point line. It looked kind of bad, definitely looked like some cheese. They also made some improvements to the City, Pro-Am, and the Rec Center. Many continued improvements to performance and stability have been made to enhance the overall experience. You can now properly access the courts in the Gatorade training facility while in a squad. That's cool because I tried to run some events for my followers in 2K21 when I was the mayor in the Gatorade facility and it didn't even work then. It also carried over to this year. It wasn't really working this year. I'm glad they fixed that, especially now that they have quests tied to it. Your My Player will now wear the proper shoes when playing in Pro-Am games. I hope that translates to the Rec Center too, because it's been way too many times I'm coming out there with them damn 2K generics on. And finally, Mike Wang also added that one new gen gameplay patch bullet that was accidentally missed on this list that you may have noticed. They reduced the effectiveness of on-ball steals. That's huge because a lot of people shelved their builds because they didn't have gold unpluckable. Maybe now you can bring out some of those silver unpluckable builds and have some fun again. So anyways, guys, there's a lot more to that patch, including my team and various other modes. If you want all the details, the link is in the description. Let me know how your experience has been since the patch. Season 2 just kicked off today. I gotta get back to my grind. It's your boy Shake. Let me know in the comment section. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Back to you.
Ready?
Yeah, here we go. Oh! I don't think I've ever seen that block like that before.